Welcome to high school basketball at the City of Palms Classic on League Ready. We're live from Florida Southwestern State College in Fort Myers, Florida for some elite high school hoops. And tonight's matchup features the Grayson High School Rams against the Columbus Explorers. Happy holidays and welcome in alongside Rayfeld Davis, Sam Brief, and our wonderful crew with you. And Ray, we have two teams who opened the City of Palms with monster performances, 90-plus points.
Yeah, top 20 showdown. Both teams can put the ball in the basket at a high rate. You look at Columbus, 90 points in a game ago, 66 of those points coming inside on the backs of their big fellas. And on the other end, Grayson, big-time win, 96 points, but made 14 threes in a game. Two teams, they both put the ball in the hole, but they do it two different styles. Going to see which one wins out.
Some of the best in the country, some basketball royalty is on full display tonight. Let's zoom out. We just watched Oak Ridge storm back behind Jameer Jones and win over Owasso. So first semis tomorrow, Montverde Oak Ridge. Winner of this takes on the winner of the nightcap, IMG and La Lumiere. The Grayson Rams led by their coach Jeffrey Pierce. The reigning champions of Georgia, Caleb Holt, Jacob Wilkins, highlight this starting five.
They are also led by Caleb Holt, the #1 player in the junior class, a 6'5", the small forward, can score at all three levels, a load on the offensive end, can knock it down from deep, can get to the basket, pretty mid-range jumper. He's going to have his hands full dealing with this Columbus squad, but Holt, he is a certified baller.
Absolute baller, and Bill Self, Hubert Davis, and more are in attendance to watch him. Well, we know Caden Boozer and Cam Boozer are playing college basketball at Duke next year. They are two of the best high school players ever.
Oh, 100%. And the dynamic duo get the job done on both ends of the floor. It's Caden Boozer controlling the tempo of the game, setting the table offensively for teammates. Cameron Boozer is a load inside and on the glass. Really looking forward to watching Jackson Richardson play. And then Caleb Gaskin, one of the better young players in the entire country.
There's one of those Boozers, Cam. The big man, 6'9", 215, a power forward who is built like and plays like his father in his prime. They're both the sons of Carlos Boozer, 13 NBA seasons, 2 All-Stars, 1 Olympic gold medal. He played for Duke. His boys will play for Duke. And tonight, they'll play for a spot in the City of Palms Classic semifinals. Some more basketball royalty on the flip side. There is Jacob Wilkins. You've heard of his father, Dominique Wilkins.
Big time.
And like Neek, Jacob's going to play at Florida, and he'll wear his father's number 21, which is being unretired just for Jacob. So it's Boozer and Wilkins at center court. Columbus and Grayson, the Florida champions, the Georgia champions. And here we go at the City of Palms Classic with a messy tip-off that'll give us Columbus basketball. Sam Brief, Rayfeld Davis, our wonderful crew. And right in front of his dad, Caden Boozer, the inbound.
It's a great beard, man. It's a great beard.
It's thick. Could you ever grow thin like that?
No. Good pass.
A Boozer to a Boozer. Gets his own board and finishes through a foul.
But right off the top of the game, just a great set by Columbus to get this game going. A beautiful cross screen by Gaskins along the baseline to free up Cameron Boozer right there in the post. And Caden does a great job getting that basketball there right on the money.
Number 2 ranked player in the senior class. Committed to Duke a couple months ago alongside his brother. Nice early start for Columbus as we get our first look at the Grayson Rams, fresh off a win by 41 points over Central Catholic. Holt rejected. And here comes Caden Boozer. The kick out. Boozer, the drive. Teardrops off and the board, Amir Taylor. Holt to Wilkins from downtown, a bit strong. And Grayson still searching for that offensive rhythm, which really came from outside in their last win. Wilkins, the rebound. Here's KJ Garris. He'll play at Cal State Fullerton next year, and Grayson stays cold. Lid is on the hoop to start.
Guys, keep taking the good ones. Holt did a great job of giving that basketball up, then getting Wilkins an open shot. Just got to knock it down.
Well, Columbus back-to-back-to-back Florida State titles, looking to become the first Florida school to four-peat.
That's impressive, man.
In 2 decades. Marcellus Jackson, no call, clean block.
Good D.
Holt the other way, coughed it up. So here comes the smooth Caden Boozer to his brother for 2.
Caden did a great job of driving that basketball until the defense stops you. For the young players out there watching, in transition, you drive the ball until you get stopped. And if you don't stop, you go to score. Caden did a great job of getting to the teeth of the defense, finding the cutter right at the basket.
Caleb Holt strong on a 3, and Grayson cannot do anything offensively.
Got to get something going to the basket. You can't just shoot a bunch of jumper shots against this Columbus team. You got to be solid in the half court.
And a foul goes against Holt.
Can't attack a set Columbus defense. You got to get them moving.
Last Columbus bucket features a pass we've seen a lot. Caden Boozer, Cam Boozer for 2.
He just does a great job of driving that ball downhill until he stopped. And when the defense commits, it's just a great shuffle pass to his brother for that easy layup.
After a pickpocket, here's Chris McLavish.
I got it.
And down low, Holt can't get it. Amir Taylor coughed it up, and Grayson has had no luck.
Those are the ones you got to make if you're Holt. Gonna be probably his easiest look of the entire game. Those are the ones you got to come away with in transition if you're Grayson.
If you haven't watched Caleb Holt yet, he just transferred to Grayson after back-to-back Alabama State titles. And Cam Boozer on the feed from Caden. He's got all 8 points.
Just putting his full game on display in this one early on against Grayson. You saw Cameron Boozer finish at the basket, finish in the post with the post move. And here we see him knock it down from deep with the defense closing out late. Just great two-man action. And if you're not going to be there to his body, high hands, treating Cameron Boozer like he can't shoot is never the answer, making him pay early on in this one.
They've done this so many times, not just the 3 state titles here with Columbus, but also Peach Jam titles with the Knight Riders.
Yep.
All they do is win. Oh, and throw in a gold medal with Team USA at the FIBA Under-17 World Cup.
Like you said, all they do is win. They just win games. They play the game the right way. They play hard. They defend. They go about the game the right way, and it's rewarding them thus far in their high school careers.
All 8 points scored by Cam Boozer, all buckets assisted by Caden Boozer.
And it's been just simple actions. It's been ball screen action. It's been cuts along the baseline. It's been getting out of transition. Haven't forced anything Columbus thus far.
Holt can't get going. And falling down, he was fouled. Columbus's first team foul.
But that's what Grayson's got to do more of. Move the basketballs, move it to the second, to the third side, which means just get a couple reversals and then attack the defense and then get downhill. You can't attack this set Columbus defense. It's just too hard. They're too stout. But once you get them moving a little bit, things start to loosen up and those driving lanes start to present themselves.
Garris. Pass nearly picked. Holt able to scoop after a foul whistled against Cam Boozer.
Grayson getting lucky with that one.
Well, you gave respect to Carlos Boozer's beard. I give respect to the hair of Jacob Wilkins.
I love his hair. Big hair, big game.
I think everyone on the floor for Grayson right now, elite hair game.
Oh, that's Atlanta, baby.
All 5 guys. Chris McLavish, now Wilkins. Taylor, the drive, up and under, no. Still nothing for Grayson. And there's Marcellus Jackson taking a hard foul. Still all of Columbus's points from Cam Boozer, so we'll see if Marcellus Jackson can change that.
Gaskins did something simple there in transition. He caught that ball and immediately got it out of his hands to the cutting Columbus player getting to the basket. When you're able to move the basketball in transition without the dribble through the pass, it just helps you so much. Boozer does a good job getting it out of his hands, and then Gaskins with a great push-up getting his team at the basket to the free throw line.
Marcellus Jackson just arrived at Columbus late October, making his impact felt already from Memphis. The junior guard scores the first buckets by someone not named Cam Boozer. Early 10-0 lead for Columbus. Garris looking to squash it. Wilkins, Holt.
Good D.
Number 3 player in his class breaks the ice.
This is great defense by Cameron Boozer, but Holt does a great job of just resetting. That little hesitation dribble gets the defense to relax a little bit, and then a burst of energy right to the basket.
A little slip and slide, and he coughed it up. Now it's Taylor. He coughed it up too. Boozer back the other way. Finds his big bro, and the finish for 2.
It's a great pass. The defense commit to get the basketball out of his hands. Cameron Boozer going up strong through the contact. That nice little head fake, getting the defense in the air, and then going up to 2. Just high-level IQ from the big fella.
He has 10 points already. Taylor the lob, and Wilkins the finish.
Wilkins does a great job of just not ball watching backside. Just that nice cut to the basket, making himself available, and then the young fella finding him at the rim. Beautiful pass, beautiful finish.
Well, we know Wilkins can dunk just like his dad, as Caden triggers and hits a 3. First bucket for Caden.
Columbus is just so smooth here in the half court early on in this one. Just connected, on the same page, clicking on all cylinders early on.
And Chris McLavish.
Oh, that's good D. Now Jackson.
And Jackson stays all over Garris. Tries to squirm out of it. Somehow passes. Suffocating Columbus defense. Taylor's gonna try against Gaskins. Taylor up strong, no dice.
Just good defense. Gaskins holding his own, being physical without fouling.
Ball movement perfect. Richardson follows with 2.
First thing first, when you play this Columbus team, you got to get back and set your defense. They want to run. They want to get out of transition. And if they get going early, they will make you pay.
Last night, they had 29 fast break points in a monster victory as Holt fouled on the shot and down 13 points. Caleb Holt to the stripe. Well, one of the best NBA slam dunk contests featured the father of Jacob Wilkins, Dominique. And here's his little boy flying high.
Taylor does a great job of accepting that double team, keeping his head up, understanding he had Wilkins cutting baseline, and Wilkins knows exactly what to do with that lob. Throw it down, young fella, hanging on rims.
He committed to Georgia. His father, Dominique, was the 1981 SEC Player of the Year at Georgia. The number 21, retired in Athens, but gets unretired when your son commits. And Jacob will head there next fall, where he says he wants to make a name for his first name, Jacob Wilkins, not just being the little boy of Dominique.
He go down to Athens. He had some plays like that at the rim. They're going to know him for being Jacob, for sure.
His team's down 11 right now. 2 to go in the first. Columbus playing like they're on a defensive mission so far. Boozer to Boozer. And now Jackson, 4-3.
Marcellus Jackson doing a lot early on in this game. We've seen some cuts to the basket, finishing at the rim, getting to the free throw line. Beautiful displays of defense, picking up the moving illegal screen there from Grayson. Jackson is on fire early on in this one. Just playing the game the right way.
Feels like exactly the kind of complement you need with the offensive firepower they have.
Oh, 100%. You look at Caden Boozer at 6'6", doesn't necessarily guard on the ball for Columbus. When you have a guy, Jackson, that can heat the ball up, be a pesky defender, be a guy that doesn't need it offensively but makes the right plays, it just helps your squad.
Gaskin's three-point miss. Boozer rebound. Boozer got the foul. 2 free throws coming.
Boozer just a low down low inside. That ball goes up on that rim. You better hit him and hit him hard and check him out because he is crashing that offensive glass every single time.
They call him the best outlet passer since Kevin Love.
It's a high compliment. It's a weird compliment, though. Like, who made that
niche
call? Like, who decided that?
Them, the scouts. Kevin Love was an amazing outlet passer in his heyday.
He was.
Right? Just heave it 90 feet.
But if I was to ask you who was the best one before Kevin Love, we wouldn't have an answer.
No idea.
We start comparing a lot of things in basketball.
1 for 2 on that trip. Right, there's always some random comparison you can just throw out.
Best outlet passer in the country.
Holt to Wilkins. Grayson can't find any mojo. Holt slithers in, no. Offensive board, put back, no. And
good fight.
Then a rebound for Columbus. Drive and kick. It's a block foul called against Grayson's Tyler Williams. Or check that, Holt. It's Holt whistled.
That's his second foul here in this first quarter. That's a big development for this Grayson squad. Already down 15. Best player picking up his second foul early on. Something to watch out for.
And Holt has struggled to get going with the 4 early points. Grayson with only 6 as a team, running into this Columbus defensive buzzsaw. Last night, Explorers gave up just 39 points to Great Crossing High School, Kentucky-based program in the city of Palms for the first time. Picked a tough first-round opponent, to say the least.
Columbus just goes about it the right way. Their approach to this game has been beautiful thus far on both ends of the floor. Getting whatever they want on the offensive end and then guarding their tails off defensively. They're in gaps. They're in passing lanes. The guard on the ball strong. Just showing everything early on this first quarter.
And as you praise them, they're showing.
My guy Stovall in the front row. Shout out John Stovall.
That's a loaded group at the courtside seats tonight. Garris on Boozer. Step back, 3 ball, no.
That's just not the shot you want. You got 6'9" closing out to you. You got to get to that basket if you're Garris. Oh!
Reverse alley-oop chase, Richardson.
That is crazy. Get up, young fella. Jackson Richardson throwing it down. That was nasty.
Woo!
That was crazy.
Taylor. Nothing. And then finally, Javon Rampersant gets his own putback. One more chance for Columbus. Jackson gives it up. Good if it goes. Almost. And just a picture-perfect first quarter for Columbus.
Columbus is clicking on all cylinders here in that first quarter. They were going inside to Cameron Boozer. He got them off to a great start, but it was their defense here in this first quarter that really got them to this 17-point victory, keeping Grayson under 10 points in the quarter.
Absolute domination for Columbus. And the 24th and 25th points coming on an absolute beauty from Jackson Richardson.
That's your power forward throwing your point guard a lob to the rim. Jackson Richardson, big time.
Reverse. We'll talk to you in a couple. We've shown you plenty of the Boozer twins. Here are the creators of those twins, Carlos and Cindy Boozer. Carlos, 13 years in the NBA, 2 All-Stars, 1 gold medal, and watching their boys do their thing.
That's got to be fun. Be able to sit back, watch your kids, live out their dreams. I mean, Carlos Boozer's got his boys going to Duke, being a part of the brotherhood. It's got to be something that you just love to be a part of if you're the Boozer parents.
Oh, look, they are having so much fun. Smiles galore. And like you mentioned, Rayfel, just a phenomenal beard. Thick, well manicured, mighty.
Colored.
Colored, exactly. Jacob Wilkins, no on a 3. Gaskins pushing. Boozer. Back to Gaskins. The Columbus machine was churning in the first quarter, and it missed to start the second. So Grayson looking to get going. Here's someone who was hot the other night and has barely gotten a shot off, Chris McLavish. He was 6 of 8 from downtown in their round 1 win. This from way downtown. My goodness.
Shot that from the volleyball line.
Chris McLavish. And then Cam Boozer with an answer.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Cam Boozer showing he can step out and knock it down from deep. Cam Boozer just putting his full game on display here early on in the first half. Saw him in the post, saw him in the mid-range, knocked down 2 threes. Nothing offensively that the young fella can't do. But that shot from McLavish, man, that shot was deep.
He was saying, hey, I know we cannot score. 8 points in the first quarter, nothing working. Let's just pull. One of the newcomers for Grayson. And here he goes again. This time strong. And board to Jackson. With a 17-point lead. Boozer.
Good pass.
Nice feed, and then a rejection by Wilkins. Gaskins takes a tumble, and it's a foul.
Columbus show tremendous patience in a half court. They get their shot every time. You can't speed this squad up. They're going to get Columbus's shot every time down the floor.
Little grimace for Caleb Gaskins. Number 1 player in the state of Florida in the junior class. And a quick chance now for Jeffrey Pierce to get his team together. Well, if you're Grayson, okay, it's so easy for us to sit here and say, yeah, Columbus is so good, it's impossible to beat them. How do you beat them?
You take care of the basketball. You start there. You rebound at a high level. You take good shots, because when you take good shots, you take care of the basketball. That helps your defense. One of the better parts of your defense is your offense. As we see Jason Richardson, one of the better dunkers. We talk about dunks, one of the better dunkers in entire NBA history.
Yeah, 2-time slam dunk contest champion. And we've watched already some highlight slams from his little son, Jackson. It was actually here at the City of Palms last year, the dunk contest, when Jackson put on his dad's old Warriors jersey,
that's cool.
Jumped over his dad, en route to winning the dunk contest.
That's cool, man.
And he had that nasty reverse slam to finish off the first. So some basketball royalty watching as Cam Boozer misses from the elbow.
Grayson coming out some zone here, trying to switch some things up.
Boozer weaves right through it.
It doesn't matter. Cameron Boozer does a great job at navigating through that zone, putting the ball on the floor, and then just making the right play at the rim.
16 points. So he's outscoring Grayson by himself by 5.
But you ask, how do you beat this Columbus team? You can't give up offensive rebounds. They just kill you. It just kills the morale of your squad.
McLavish from 40 again.
Caleb Holt with those 2 fouls in his first half. You're going to need a lot of McLavish to keep this team in the game.
Gaskins fouled. Guilty party was Wilkins. And McLavish, he was 6 of 8 the other night. And he has 2 3-pointers in this one by a combined maybe 75 feet.
If you're Columbus, understanding he's coming off a game where he just made 6 of them. He's already made one from the parking lot. When he catches that ball, you got to be there with a hand up. You can't have a company close out and just close out because coach is telling you to. You got to have a sense of urgency and be there on the catch.
Holt comes back in for Grayson. 3 in green. So the first one was from the parking lot. Second one, maybe the curb.
Stand.
Concessions. I like it.
A little closer. Let's in the arena for the second one.
Caleb Holt, mismatched shoes. Looks like a little pink and purple. And now Garris. Grayson desperate for some offensive rhythm. Holt, number 3 player in the junior class, making his move. And he got fouled.
It's a good, strong move. Rejecting the ball screen, getting downhill, and then playing off of 2 feet so he could play through that contact, going up to finish, and got himself to the free throw line. It's the defensive end for Grayson. Got to get some stops. Got to see if you can get some kills going. In college, we would call them kills. You get 3 stops in a row. Every time you get 3 stops, that'd be a kill. For Grayson, these final 5 minutes, they got to try to string together some.
And those missed free throws won't help. Holt, gold medalist with Team USA at the FIBA Under-17 World Cup last year. Teammates of tonight's opponents, Boozer and Boozer. Some of the US's best talent dominating at the international level. In the corner, 3 ball for Jackson Strong, and Holt the rebound. Wilkins. Garris, a 3 ball. And Grayson hanging around.
Just finding opportunities in transition. A great push, attack the basket, get 2 feet in the paint, and then a great cookout to Garris, knocking it down from deep.
Then Caden slithers in, tip back off for Richardson. And Grayson with a little mojo. A 3 for Rampersant ends up with Boozer. Zone D for Grayson. Keeper Jackson, a corner 3. Easy, knocked down.
If you hold, you gotta go. You gotta be there on the catch. You can't just get there and put a hand up. You have got to close out to a body. Too many times early in this game, we see guys just closing out to a space. You gotta close out and not let the offensive player get that shot up.
Holt a 3. Not there. Has not had it tonight. And there goes Richardson. Hoop and harm.
But that's what bad shots do to you. Hold with the ill-advised long 3. It just leads to a leak out for Columbus. And when Columbus gets these opportunities in transition, they know exactly what to do with it. Caden Boozer getting the ball out of his hands, and then Richardson going up to finish at the rim through the contact. Young fella hanging on rims early on in this one. The Richardsons, they just know how to play. I mean, you look at Jackson, you look at Jace at Michigan State in his freshman season, looks like a lottery pick. I mean, these dudes just have high-level basketball IQ, know how to play.
They know how to rise high and finish as Boozer snares the board, and then Richardson twists for 2.
Just a beautiful play, beautiful.
A clinic for Jackson Richardson, and a clinic for Columbus. Just when Grayson was about to make it 10, lead is down to 20.
This was a 13-point game, and then Grayson comes down. They take back-to-back long 3s, and then it allows Columbus to get out in transition, and now they pushed it back to a 20-point lead. We talked about how do you beat this Columbus team. You got to take a good shot every time. You can't just come back, make a few shots, think that you're in the flow, and then start taking bad ones. You got to have every single play, you got to have guys dialed in offensively.
Well, to this point, pretty much everything from Jackson Richardson had been a dunk.
That's
so
nasty.
This time he just did a spin cycle lay-in.
This is a great pro hop over the defense, then finishing with the inside head on that little twist. showing off tremendous athleticism, Jackson Richardson.
Older brother Jace, you mentioned freshman at Michigan State. How's he looking to you so far?
He's been big time. I mean, guys has Michigan State looking like the Spartans as of old that their father played for. Jace Richardson is doing his thing at Michigan State.
Wilkins, no on a 3. Boozer cleans the glass. Jackson, again up and under.
They just get the ball up the floor so quickly in transition. No one even took a dribble on that last possession. It's pass, layup.
And here we go again in transition. This time, Gaskins.
Danger zone for Grayson. This is what you do not want to do. You don't want to start turning the ball over against this Columbus team and get out of hand in a hurry.
They won by 51 last night. And watch, they could do it again. That's how good these guys are. Back to back Florida State champs.
And that's crazy.
Watch them do it again.
It's not so crazy. You think about playing with 4 or 5 NBA players, though.
Right. And they almost lost it last year, down 16 at half to Oak Ridge.
Good D.
A bailout call, foul goes against Richardson.
That is good D from Richardson. Keeping that basketball in front. Holt just slipped a little bit. Bailed out by the referees.
Well, you think about Columbus, right? They've won 3 straight state titles. If they're not going to lose when they're down 16 at halftime of the title game, are they ever going to lose?
They just know how to play. They just know how to play together.
Yeah.
They accept coaching. They play hard on both ends. They don't play through their offense. And then when you got a guy in Cameron Boozer that just gives his all on both ends of the floor, and that's your best player, it just starts there. No one on that floor has any excuse not to play hard when Cameron Boozer is out there giving his all every single possession.
Here he is, plunging in and finishing so easily.
The game is just slow for him. To catch that ball at the top of the key off that ball screen, a nice little head fake to get the defense off balance, and just a little tiptoe down the lane for the easy finish at the rim.
And Grayson just responding with rush shots, misses. Cannot stop Columbus. A 13-2 run for the Explorers, and Holt comes out. Only 4 points tonight for Caleb Holt. Here goes Caden, smooth point guard. Off to Duke with his brother.
Good move.
And now Jackson, no, out of bounds to Grayson. So winner of this one takes on the winner of our nightcap, a loaded matchup. 2 top 10 teams in La Lumiere and IMG Academy. Be a good battle of the Dariuses, right? Darius Acuff and Darius Adams.
I mean, 2 guys that can just flat out score the ball. Darius Acuff coming off of 38-point performance. You know, Darius Adams headed to UConn, can score the ball at a high level. Should be a big-time matchup at the guard position.
9 o'clock Eastern for the tip-off. Starting right after this one, which so far has been ugly. McLavish, he's deadly from downtown, but Grayson not finding much.
Oh, got to throw that up.
But out of bounds.
Got to throw that one up, young fella. Got to let Jackson go finish that one at the rim.
The Columbus machine is smooth. It's not perfect.
It's been near perfect this first half.
Remember, this Grayson team, this is no cupcake. I mean, these are the Georgia State champs. Only 2 losses last year, both to nationally ranked teams in Ridgeview and Gilbert Perry.
I mean, they just won a game by 40.
Tonight, looking like the opposite.
Grayson is
going to
off,
Columbus.
Grayson is coming off a game where they won by 40 points, scored 96 points, made 14 threes, didn't turn it over. And this Columbus team is just making them like a shell of themselves in this first half. Good pass. Can't leave the rim open.
Wide open, keeper Jackson.
Taylor's got to guard that rim. When you're pressing, the last thing you want to leave open is the rim. Big fella's got to protect the paint, even in that press.
McLavish feeling the heat.
That's good D.
Garris to the can, and one.
Really good defense by Columbus, but even better offense and ball moving from Grayson. They do a great job of moving that basketball, not settling and taking a tough one. Taylor gets it out of his hands. Young fella plays off the pump fake, gets right downhill to the 10, finishing through contact. Now at the free throw line with a chance to complete the three-point play.
Cal State Fullerton bound KJ Garris. Joining the Titans next year, team that looking to get back to the tournament for the first time since 2022. And he will head out there to Fullerton next year.
Beautiful campus.
Yeah. Aren't they all out there?
Can't complain.
Southern California. It's no West Lafayette, though, right?
West Lafayette, middle of December. Best place to be in the country.
Jacket, hat, gloves, boots, then it's the best place.
Shovel.
Here is Caden Boozer. Just kind of threw that away. His brother picks it up. And then Jackson, an offensive foul.
I want to see Caden Boozer go score that ball. We saw early on him accepting that double team off the ball screen, getting it out of his hands. But now they're going back to Cameron. He's got to go score.
Only Chris McLavish could have hit that. He didn't. And we go to halftime with Columbus doubling up Grayson. I mean, this machine, smooth, efficient, and suffocating.
From the very word go, Columbus came out and took the fight right to Grayson. Embraced the physicality of the game, got the ball inside, got going early, and then their defense kicked in and just shut the water off for Grayson.
We'll see if the water comes on in 10 minutes, half two, between Grayson and Columbus. City of Palms Classic rolling along. And halfway through, Columbus rolling all over Grayson. Doubling them up. Cam Boozer, Caden Boozer, Jackson Richardson, goes on and on and on. And Rafael Davis, the machine, can't stop.
I mean, 46 presses is extremely impressive. I mean, only 5 turnovers, out-rebounding them by 11. But what stands out to me is the defensive commitment from Columbus. They're holding Grayson right now to under 30% from the field. They're forcing turnovers. They're getting out in transition. When Columbus defends like they did in that first half, they can beat anyone in the country.
You have lauded the transition game of Columbus. They have 15 fast break points. Grayson has 0. Talked a lot about Caleb Holt, how wonderful he is, number 3 player in his class. He's only got 4 points, 1 of 7 shooting. Any adjustment you want from number 3?
Just take what the defense is giving them. I mean, take the open ones, get to the basket, get to the free throw line, but try to stay away from those tough twos. It's a great play.
Right away, an easy 2 that was left on the rim by Gaskins. And then what? A foul? That's what KJ Garris is saying.
This great execution out of the half by Columbus. A drawing up set, coming back into this game. Got a wide open Gaskins at the rim. Young fella just got a little shove in his back, came up short, which is why he's at the free throw line. Guys always think they don't foul someone when they got a hand in the dead middle of someone's back. As long as they think they don't hit him up top, they think it's not a foul. But that hand was right in the middle of his back.
Were you that way when you played? Like you just hack someone and then you
no.
What? Me?
I fouled you. I knew I was fouling you. The crowd knew I was fouling you. The coach knew I was fouling you. I wasn't ticky-tack. I was a hack.
A capital F foul.
Yes.
Courtesy of Rafael Davis. All right, let's see if Holt can get going. Just 1 of 7 shooting in the first half. And the Georgia State champs down big. Here goes Amir Taylor, left it short.
Great individual defense.
And now 17 fast break points for Columbus.
They just do a great job of getting that basketball up the floor. They do not over dribble. Once they catch it, they see someone ahead of them, they kick it and they go. Just beautiful in transition.
And then Holt stepped out. That kind of night for Holt and the Rams. And right away, Jeffrey Pierce calls timeout. I know you've loved what you've seen tonight from Marcellus Jackson.
I mean, you look at that entire possession. That ball came off the rim, and it was 3 dribbles and a layup for Columbus on the other end. Jackson does a great job of getting out and making himself available, and he catches that basketball in transition, just going up to make that simple play at the rim, going to finish.
Timeout for Grayson, just 45 seconds into the third quarter. Jeffrey Pierce at a loss right now.
And we talked a little bit earlier about outlet passes and Cameron Boozer being the best outlet passer in the country. Well, that matters in situations like the last one. That last possession, Caleb Gaskins got that ball off the rim. And instead of dribbling, instead of trying to push it coast to coast, what so many big men do, he got the ball out of his hands. He outletted it quick up the floor, and it led to that easy transition basket. When you're a big fella, you rebound that ball, you got to have your head up, looking for teammates, finding guys in transition, leading to easy baskets.
Hey, it wasn't just best outlet passer in the country, best since Kevin Love, my friend. And that is high praise.
Jaleel Okafor was a good outlet passer.
Oh, yeah, there's a good one. Step back 3 for Boozer.
Tough.
Not sure what that was.
Looked like it got blocked a little bit. It's a tough shot. You playing as hard as Boozer is right now. You deserve to get a bad one up here every here and there.
Hit one of them in the first half after scoring the first 10 points of the game for either team.
You need your best players to come out and set the tone of games, and Cameron Boozer did just that early on in this one.
Chris McLavish out to Holt. From 15, there he is.
Just take what the defense is giving them. Playoff closeouts, get to your spot, rise up, knock it down.
So Caleb Holt with 7. Now he's all over Caden Boozer. Screen from Cam. Down low. Marcellus Jackson fouled.
Just aggressive. Beautiful cut to the block, knowing he has a smaller defender on him and McLavish, and then just goes up strong and puts his nose in that rim, gets himself to the free throw line.
Native of Cordova, Tennessee, Marcellus Jackson goes by Cello. Just arrived at Columbus late October. A tenacious defender, smooth finisher, and now has his team more than doubling up Grayson.
Out there talking a little trash, too, at the free throw line. Oh, you can't talk trash and miss it.
Oh, man. That's a no-no. You are up 26, though, and McLavish makes it 24.
And that's who he was talking trash to. McLavish doing a great job just getting downhill, taking what the defense is presenting, and knocking down a little nice floater in the middle of the lane.
Boozer right to the can. He can get that anytime.
Just love that he's added that to his game this season. It was once he had to be a post-up, had to be an open catch-and-shoot jumper, but his ability to put the ball on the floor and go make a play is impressive early on in this senior campaign.
And then it's knocked away by Gaskins. Gaskins out of bounds off of Holt.
Just got to make the simple play. Had Jackson wide open on the wing. Just got to get that ball up and get it back.
Sixth-year head coach Andrew Moran, also former NBA skills trainer, now really helping coach and train the next generation of NBA talent. Jackson to Boozer, and Boozer misses the three. But Gaskins for cleanup.
That's a man's rebound, going there and cleaning up the glass. That shot goes up. Gaskins is crashing every single time. He is going up and getting that ball right off of the rim. And that shot goes up. Columbus knows, go crash the glass. And Gaskins, one of the better offensive rebounds in the country, comes in and steals that one and goes up to two. Now he got a chance to complete the three-point play.
Now 8 points, 6 boards for Gaskins. And Columbus more than doubling up Grayson on the rebound battle. With a Jackson slip, opportunity converted for Grayson. That was KJ Guerra says, oh no, Jackson has to hobble off.
I mean, but you look at this Columbus squad, and you hope Jackson's okay, but you look at a kid in Gaskins, the 9th best player in the 2026 high school class, one of the better power forwards in the country. And he's doing all of the dirty work for Columbus right now. He's accepted his role. He's playing hard, doesn't ask of much. Because if he was on any other high school team in the country, he'd be the focal point of the offense. But you need guys like Gaskin, you need guys like Richardson to come in and accept and excel at their role.
And here is Gaskins, 1 on 3, and the 3 win. And then after Jackson fell, now it's Amir Taylor. Oh no. Holding his left knee. Now they got to pray for the best for the Kennesaw State-bound Amir Taylor.
Looked like he banged knees there.
Medical staff checking him out. Senior out of Pittsburgh. Watch 11 in green here. Looked like he just fell on it awkwardly. And right away, just writhing in pain. So, hoping Amir Taylor is all right, as that's a great sign, able to get up and get helped off the floor. Yeah, hate to see guys get hurt. These showcases meant to propel you forward and help boost your stock, hone your game, and tough to see Taylor go down. So after Taylor exits with 2 points, Grayson resets. And looking to claw back in. Jacob Wilkins, his first bucket of the half.
Tough take. Jacob Wilkins getting to that right hand, getting to that straight line drive, getting downhill, and going up the finish through the contact. Grayson's going to need more of this and much more of this if they want to get back into this ball game. But just a nice straight line drive, getting to a spot, going up over Gaskins, through that contact, getting himself to the free throw line. It's a good, strong take.
And he converts the and one. Just 5 points tonight for the Georgia-bound Jacob Wilkins. Last year averaged 17 and 10 to go with 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 2 assists.
A really good player. Still figuring it out, still getting stronger, still adding some weight to that frame.
6'9", 200. He looks like he can add a lot.
Oh, yeah. You get him with a college-level development program, get him in the weight room, get him with the nutritionist. That way to come easy.
Little bucket for Holt, his second of the second half. Well, you played in the Big Ten. You had all those, right? The weight room and the nutritionist. What does that look like when you go from high school to college, get those resources?
Oh, it looks like a Sunday night. You think you're going to hang out, and then a nutritionist calls you and says, meet me at Walmart. We're going grocery shopping.
And what do you get?
Make sure you got the right things in your refrigerator. You get everything that you don't want as a 19-year-old freshman in college. And I was a guy, I was trying to gain weight, so it was a lot of whey protein, a lot of bagels, a lot of peanut butter. I think it's like 2,200 calories a day. It's crazy.
Boozer muscles through for 2. Well, bagels and peanut butter. I feel like I want that.
I didn't.
No? What'd you want?
Some cream cheese. But it was at that time, it was a violation for us to receive cream cheese.
Up and under for Garris. So that's like on the Purdue nutrition no-no.
No, that was on the NCAA.
Oh, just
no-no.
cream cheese?
Like, I guess it's just a benefit that we couldn't have.
No cream cheese for you. Come back 1 year. Keeper Jackson for 2. So peanut butter was okay?
Peanut butter was okay. It's
But
only
cream
topping we
cheese was
had.
not.
It was not. I have to look it. I'll look it up at the next break. Make sure I'm giving you the right information.
That is fascinating legislation. The cream cheese lobby must not be happy with that.
That is funny.
I mean, I guess peanut butter's more nutrition focused, right?
No, you're right.
A little more protein and just funky. All right, well, a 36-point lead for Columbus here. And we should tell you, as Richardson draws a foul, if Columbus has a 35-point lead in the fourth quarter, we would switch over to a running clock. Hey, speaking of peanut butter in Purdue, you know, I've been to your lovely campus once, and I had the peanut butter burger.
Oh, Triple
at that
X.
Triple X.
There we go.
What was it? Like the Drew Brees burger, is it called? Or
I don't know.
there was something
the name
Drew
of
Brees
it.
there.
They have a Drew Brees burger for sure.
But I know I had a
think that
burger
was-
with, it had bacon and it had peanut butter, and
Yep.
it was absolutely delicious.
I never had it, but everyone loved it. Everyone raved about it. That was
Your
the burger.
nutritionist wanted you to have peanut butter, and you didn't even eat that?
No,
Come on,
you couldn't
Raphael.
get me to put peanut butter on the burger. I tried an egg on the burger once. Peanut butter just going too far.
Once?
Yeah, just once.
Oh, come on. Oh, you strike me as a traditional man with the burger.
Oh, very traditional.
Okay. No funky stuff.
Oh, no. Tomato, lettuce, ketchup.
Sorry, I was falling asleep at your burger. All right. 36 burger for Columbus as they lead Grayson. Boozer into traffic and a steal for Garris.
Good pass.
In transition.
Good D.
A stuff for Jackson.
But that's what you love about this Columbus team. They just play hard.
Woo!
Good pass.
Richardson to Boozer for 2.
Richardson does a great job of understanding that he couldn't finish that, so he finds Caden Boozer right at the rim for a nice, easy 2. You got to love Jackson coming over for that block, though.
He cocked his arm back. I thought he was
Man.
going to try to throw it down. If anyone could. Garris rumbles in. Nothing. And then there goes Richardson. And 1. It's a 40-point lead.
They just play the game the right way. I mean, they just take what the defense is giving them. They get out in transition. They finish at a high rate. They share the basketball with each other. And this is Jackson just coming over, making a big-time block, staying in the play, coming up with the steal, getting the ball out of his hands. Jackson Richardson with the beautiful touch pass to Kalen Boozer for the nice little finish. Just when you thought Columbus was going to turn it over, Jackson Richardson saves a beautiful pass and turns it into an assist, putting Columbus up 30.
28th ranked player in his class, putting on a show. 12 points and maybe 5 highlight-worthy plays.
I mean, Jackson Richardson, Marcellus Jackson, these guys are just showing you how to fit in around good players. They're showing you how to coexist. They're showing you how to be a star in your role. You add Caleb Gaskins in there. You need these complementary pieces when you're trying to go and win a national high school championship.
Columbus last year fell just 2 wins shy of that, losing to Montverde in the semis of the Nationals.
I mean, you talk about complementary pieces. You look at that Montverde team from last season, everyone was a star in their role. Oh, he can't touch that.
Well, travel, easy call against Tyler Williams. We'll get more Montverde tomorrow. They come in as the 6th ranked team in the country, and they get Oak Hill tomorrow in the first semi. The winner of this one, which looks like Columbus, will take on the winner of our nightcap. Top-ranked IMG against 7th-ranked La Lumiere. We are nearing running clock territory. And I don't think, I'm speaking for myself here, I didn't expect that. I mean, Grayson, just a behemoth of a program, but they have looked like nothing tonight. Richardson to the can.
Just getting downhill, defense getting lost. Columbus with a little bit of movement, a little bit of action. The sea is parting, and Jace Richardson just goes up to finish.
And they will keep cruising.
Bang.
Jackson missed the dunk.
Got fouled.
Back to Grayson, no call. Well, it looks like Marcellus Jackson is all right. Exited with an injury about 5 minutes ago. He's back. He's making impacts. And, oh, Jackson Richardson's dunking.
Jackson Richardson just getting downhill, just going to finish at the rim.
Wilkins, the 3, but a foul before on a moving screen. Kamari Brown with the violation, and Coach Jeffrey Pierce take his team back to Loganville, Georgia, continue their season as they look to repeat as Class 7A Georgia state champions. They won their first ever title last year. Gaskins, baseline shot, smooth.
Tough shot. Just getting to a spot, rising up, knocking it down.
10 points for Gaskins. A lead of 45 keeps climbing. With the shot clock off, Cello Jackson. It's not there. Who is, though? Jackson Richardson.
Gotta love it. Up 30, down 30. Just play hard. Play like it's your last game out there. Jackson Richardson, just when that shot goes up, he is attacking.
Air ball for Wilkins pretty much summarizes the night for Grayson. 73-36, getting ugly. Columbus, number 3 team in the country for a reason. And Jackson Richardson, maybe their 3rd best player. I mean, this guy's ridiculously good.
Had his way in that 3rd quarter, just attacking the basket, finishing in transition, finishing at the rim, making good passes, getting out in passing lanes. Jackson Richardson showing why he's the 29th player, 28th best player in his high school class.
And his stock keeps climbing. We're back with the 4th after this. It's a running clock now as Columbus is up almost 40 on Grayson. About ready to book their ticket to the City of Palm semifinal, which would be tomorrow night against the winner of IMG and La Lumiere. And there's a Gaskins in and out. Rebound to Brown. Sam Brief, Rafael Davis, our wonderful crew with you. All right, Columbus, they're ranked number 3 in the country. This looks to me like the best team in the country.
Just a beautiful defensive display in this one for Grayson. This is a team that's coming off scoring 96 points Grayson did a game ago, and Columbus has completely shut their water off. I mean, 38 points in this game is starting the fourth quarter. Columbus putting on a great display of defense.
You see that clock running even as Brown goes to the free throw line. That's because the lead is over 35 points for Columbus. Boozer and Boozer, Richardson. And then you add in some of the new guys. Caleb Gaskins, Cello Jackson just transferred in.
Been a complete team effort.
Feenane in the corner. His first bucket for 3.
And that's what you love. You got to love when those reserves get in the game. The guys that don't normally play a lot, the guys don't get all the glory, get to score the ball, but they're giving their all in practice, and they really make the team go. And you just love when those teammates on the bench, Cameron Boozer, Caden Boozer, they're standing up cheering for their guys, excited that they got one to go.
MJ Feenane, also member of Columbus's baseball team, plays with the Boozers in the Night Riders team that's won 3 Peach Jam titles.
Man.
And then weaving in, it's a bucket for Bryce Fitzgerald.
3 state championships, 3 Peach Jam titles. I mean, these dudes have had a heck of a high school career.
And the gold medal with Team USA.
Big time basketball.
These guys are absolute winners. And a bucket for Tyler Williams.
I don't think young players understand that. I mean, winning is a skill set. I mean, it's a part of your DNA. It becomes who you are.
You learn how to win. You practice winning. And Cam and Caden Boozer will go to Duke with at least the 3 state titles, the 3 Peach Jam titles, the gold medal, and they might get even more than that.
Got a chance to go to a Final Four. I mean, just big time.
In the words of fellow Miami resident DJ Khaled, all they do is win. Put our hands in the air for them.
You know what they got a chance to do this season? Get another one.
There we go.
You see what I did?
Yeah, love it. Love it. You saw my Khaled reference and took it to the next level. Well done. McLavish to Holt. Going for the alley-oop, but Grayson cannot get the rhythm. Hey, give me a read on Caleb Holt. Obviously, this game got disjointed out of hand pretty early, but this is the number 3 player in the junior class. He'll play high major hoops, of course. How do he look to you?
I mean, he picked up those 2 fouls early, just never got in the rhythm into this game. You can see Columbus, they were going to make a concerted effort for someone else in this Grayson squad to beat them. They were sending double teams at Holt. They were sending 4 defenders at him at times. They were doubling and trapping that ball screen, and he just wasn't able to get in the rhythm. But outside of this game, you know he's a guy that can score the ball at all 3 levels, can get downhill, can get to the basket. We've seen him get to that 15-foot pull-up. You know he can knock it down from deep, a pesky defender. He's going to be a high-level player. This one game just doesn't put that much of a blemish on his record.
Holt tonight with 9 points and then just gives that away. Fitzgerald in transition. And over the backboard. On Columbus tonight, of course, we know Cam and Caden Boozer. They are just so smooth, so phenomenal. It seemed like Jackson Richardson really jumped off the screen for you.
Oh, for sure. Jackson Richardson was big time in that third quarter, just making the right play every time down the floor, getting out in transition, driving the basketball, making the right pass, knocking down jumpers. I mean, there's Marcellus Jackson being a complimentary piece, playing hard on both ends, setting the table for guys, getting everybody going. You look at the three complimentary guys for this Columbus squad, and I say they led them to this victory between Marcellus Jackson, between Jackson Richardson, and then you look at what Caleb Gaskins gave them. It was just a locked-in effort all around for this Columbus squad.
You're going to get the production, of course, from Cam and Caden Boozer, but tonight to get it from all those guys, that's what turns a win into a 40-point blowout against a fellow top 25 team. I mean, remember, folks, Grayson's no joke. Reigning Georgia State champs with only 2 losses last year, and both of them were to top-ranked programs. A foul in transition, William Gauss, the beneficiary. And for Columbus, what a city of palms it's been. Last night, the win was 90-39 over Great Crossing High School. And tonight, 40 points again. Brown for 3. In the waning moments of this one, just trying to keep it somewhat respectable. And Jackson rises high for the flush. Number 40 ranked at his position. Brown the spin. Brown knifing through. And offensive board. Right back up. No for Singh. And Columbus can keep cruising. Mid-range for Sekulovic. Zelko Sekulovic adds his name to our list of scorers.
Just high-level basketball from Columbus. There's so much discipline they're displaying right now. Up 40, just still playing the game the right way. Still defending, still attacking the glass, still getting out of transition, still making the right play. Just well-coached, well-oiled machine.
Tyler Williams, coast to coast. It's out of bounds. That clock will keep on ticking down towards 90 seconds. Well, Columbus scored the first 10 points of this game. They all came from Cam Boozer, and they never looked back. Columbus with a wire-to-wire victory over the defending Georgia champions. And they get a meeting with IMG or La Lumiere. That game is coming in about 30 minutes. 9 o'clock Eastern, our scheduled tip-off between the number 1 team in the country, IMG, against number 7, La Lumiere. Give me one bone to chew on before that one. And ripped away. And our final minute. Grayson's last stand. There's a miss for Blaze Johnson. Columbus just able to coast to victory here.
Big-time performance by a big-time program in a big-time event. I mean, what Columbus was able to do in this game is absolutely, absolutely amazing.
And still hustling, scrapping until the final moments. How many teams do you see diving for loose balls in a game like this?
Up 40.
Little drive and kick on the last Grayson possession. Brown. And swirls in at the buzzer. So Grayson just south of 50 as Columbus wins this one by 37 points. Our player of the game is not a Boozer. It's Jackson Richardson. How about 17 points and a lot of highlights?
I mean, 17 points, 2 rebounds, got an assist in there, had a couple blocks, had some steals, but uberly efficient. 8 for 10 from the field. It felt like all 8 field goals were dunks at the rim. Jackson Richardson was big time in this one. You look at Cameron Boozer, you look at Caden Boozer, they get so much hype, but Jackson was outstanding. The finishes at the rim were sensational. Being able to get out of transition, make the right play, go up top and finish through physicality and finish through contact, showing off the dexterity with the nice pro hops in the lane. Jackson Richardson had his game on full display. His ability to finish at the rim, finish in the lane is special. Going to be a high-time, high-flying player at the next level.
High flying? There's the proof. It was show don't tell tonight for Jackson Richardson, our player of the game, as Columbus coasts a dominant victory and they book their seat in the City of Palm semis. They will meet the winner of La Lumiere and IMG. That's our nightcap. One last look at the bracket. So Montverde, Oak Ridge, Columbus, 3 Florida teams. Will IMG join them as the 4th Florida squad, or is Indiana-based La Lumiere gonna crash the Sunshine State party? That game's coming in a half hour, but for now, we bid you adieu after Columbus thrashes Grayson. Our producer, Chad Boxing Bomb, and the rest of our wonderful crew, Paul Bronstetter, Ryan Kowalski, my great partner, Rafael Davis. I'm Sam Brief saying adios from this one at the City of Palms Classic. 30 minutes. IMG, Lalu. Talk to you soon.